Wawaji, general election 2025 Patuan John Le, ready, steady, go.
The battle lines have been drawn, and they include sweeping changes to the electoral map. Singapore voters will head to the polls in 33 electoral divisions in the 2025 general election, up from 31 in the last polls, after recommended changes to electoral boundaries released on Tuesday, March 11th. The Singapore government has accepted the proposals by the Electoral Boundaries Review Committee, EBRC.
With the battle lines now drawn, the next pivotal step towards this year's general election is the dissolution of Parliament and the issuance of the writ of election by the President. This could happen anytime between now and August, marking 5 years since the current Parliament's first sitting. The writ of election will set the date and location for candidate nominations, which must occur between 5 days and a month after issuance. Now, this is when things really ramp up. Campaigning kicks off on nomination day and runs for at least 9 days. Then there is the cooling off day, giving voters a chance to pause and reflect before heading to the polls. No campaigning is allowed on this day. Polling day itself must take place within 56 days of nomination day. So when can we expect this year's general election? Let's take a look at the timelines from previous elections for a clue. Back in 2011, the Boundaries Report came out on 24th February. Less than 2 months later, Parliament was dissolved on 19th April, and the writ of election was issued that very day. Nomination day followed a week later, and polling day was just 10 days after that. That meant it was about 2.5 months from the release of the Boundaries Report to election day in 2011. But things moved a lot faster in 2015. The Boundaries Report dropped on 24th July, and just a month later, Parliament was dissolved. Nomination day followed a week after that, and polling day was just 10 days later on 10th September. So from the Boundaries Report to election day, it was a quick turnaround of only about a month and a half. In the 2020 general election held during the pandemic crisis, the Boundaries Report was issued in March, and Parliament was dissolved 3 months later. Nomination day followed a week after, with polling day occurring 10 days later on 10th July. In total, it was about 3.5 months from the release of the Boundaries Report to election day, when voters cast their ballots to decide who would represent them in Parliament. With the battle lines now drawn, the next pivotal step towards this year's general election is the dissolution of Parliament and the issuance of the writ of election by the President. This could happen anytime between now and August, marking 5 years since the current Parliament's first sitting. The writ of election will set the date and location for candidate nominations.
5 new Group Representation Constituencies and 6 new Single Member Constituencies will be introduced in the upcoming general election. The Electoral Boundaries Review Committee, or EBRC, announced the changes to Singapore's electoral map on Tuesday. In total, there will be 33 electoral divisions, up from the existing 31. The new GRCs are Pasir Ris-Changi, Punggol, Jurong East Bukit Batok, Marine Parade Braddell Heights, and West Coast Jurong West. The new SMCs are Bukit Gombak, Jalan Kayu, Jurong Central, Queenstown, Sembawang West, and Tampines Changkat. If you live in alternate GRC, heads up. Districts in Tampines West and east of Bedok Reservoir will join Tampines GRC. Meanwhile, East Coast GRC will take in polling districts such as Chai Chee HDB Estates and Siglap Private Estates from Marine Parade GRC and remain a 5-member GRC. Some districts from the current East Coast and Pasir Ris-Punggol GRCs will merge to form the new Pasir Ris-Changi GRC. Marine Parade GRC will be renamed Marine Parade Braddell Heights GRC and will receive some districts from Potong Pasir SMC. It will also absorb McPherson SMC and a district from Mountbatten SMC. West Coast GRC will be renamed West Coast Jurong West GRC and will take in estates in Jurong West and Taman Jurong from Jurong GRC. Estates in Harbourfront and Sentosa will be moved to Radin Mas SMC. Districts in Dover and Telok Blangah will be moved to Tanjung Pagar GRC. The Tengah estates from the current Hongkah North SMC will join Choa Chu Kang GRC. The rest, together with Bukit Batok and Yuhua SMCs, will merge with Jurong GRC to form the new Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC. Some districts from these will be carved out to form the new Jurong Central SMC. For more details on the new electoral boundaries, visit CNA Asia to get the latest updates.
The People's Action Party says its branches and activists will make the needed adjustments to prepare for the upcoming election. And meanwhile, residents can continue to seek help from their existing PAP branches. Several MPs have affirmed their commitment to serving their residents despite changes to their constituencies.
Regardless of the boundary changes, if given the opportunity to serve, I think my priority would be to continue to do my best together with my team to help our residents and serve McPherson.
Yuhua SMC MP Grace Fu says she will continue to watch over her residents' interests and look after their needs to the best of her ability. She adds that she will continue engagements with residents in the days ahead and looks forward to what the future holds.
We will take into account how familiar we are with that location and whether we have been walking the grounds there sufficiently for the resident to know more about us. So these will be the main factors that will affect our decisions.
The Workers' Party says it's noticed significant changes to areas it has been working on for the past few years and will share more information on its plans in due course. It says the confirmation of the boundaries is a critical part of election preparations, noting the report's brief justifications for the redrawing. The Singapore Democratic Party says it is disappointed with the disappearance of Yuhua and Bukit Batok SMCs. It claims it seems coincidental that this happened soon after successful SDP fundraisers in Bukit Batok. It adds it will study the details carefully and consolidate plans, highlighting the rising cost of living as an issue of focus. People's Alliance for Reform Secretary General Lim Tian took to social media to express his outrage at what he describes as wanton redrawing of the electoral boundaries, claiming there were no good reasons given. The National Solidarity Party says it is deeply disappointed and perplexed, alleging that there has been continued gerrymandering of the electoral boundaries. The party also claims the GRC system is outdated. Nevertheless, it says it will contest in 6 GRCs and 1 SMC. Red Dot United also expressed disappointment with the report, claiming that it has altered the political landscape in the west of Singapore. The party adds it will engage in discussion with other opposition parties so as to avoid three-cornered fights. The People's Power Party also says it is disappointed by the report, calling it skewed to protect electoral interests. It says it's nothing short of massive gerrymandering, which is unhealthy for democratic development. The Singapore People's Party says it will take time to review the report before providing a detailed response, even as it stands prepared to contest. The People's Action Party says its branch
forward at the next GE, this community, this family. I hope that I'll continue to have the opportunity to serve McPherson community. And of course, now that we are part of the Marine Parade Braddell Heights GRC going forward at the next GE, this community, this family will be expanded. But I will still see myself as putting in a lot of effort and energy together with my team to continue to serve the residents of this McPherson community, because it is here where they have embraced me, where we have forged a lot of very strong bonds, and I wouldn't want to give that up. So I hope to have that opportunity still going forward to be here with my residents and serve them and continue to be with them like a family. I hope that I'll continue to have the opportunity.
I chaired the Jurong Town Council. I chaired the Southwest CDC and also chaired the Southwest Town Council here. So many years, the whole this area I've actually covered. So it's not new to me. So when my friends saw the changes, they expressed sadness for me. They said, "Doc, what thing, man? You are going to a new area. You fought so hard in West Coast. Now you got to fight again in Jurong." But to me, it's not. Where we go, we fight. because we are all fighting for the country, for Singapore, and that's most important. So wherever we go, we will still continue to give off our best. And we'll put our best candidates also. I started the Jurong East Town Council here. I chaired the Jurong Town Council. I chaired the Southwest CDC and also chaired the Southwest Town Council here.
Hey, hello friends, welcome to the end. Have you subscribed yet? Yes, smash the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button. Thank you, and have a nice day.